Good Tuesday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top news stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window and travel today out our window up to the Chelan Valley and Lake Chelan there in the middle of your screen, and lots of clouds around. We are seeing the beginning of a storm system moving up from the south that will bring us a decent chance for snow late tonight into overnight and once again on Wednesday. And today with those clouds, temperatures just did not get very warm, but as I mentioned, this is what we expect. Light snow, it'll begin mainly after 11 o'clock tonight and start snowing throughout our overnight hours. We'll see some mountain snow showers as well, and they could see up to a half foot of snow overnight tonight. One thing to keep in mind, you could see some slick travel as you make that Wednesday morning commute. More snow throughout the day on Wednesday, and here in the Wenatchee Valley and really for north central Washington, about 1 to 3 inches of snow expected out of this system. We'll talk more about it coming up a little bit later on in your weather forecast. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. A garage is damaged in a pre-dawn blaze in Wenatchee. A Moses Lake man apparently had had enough last week when he returned to his home to find it being burglarized for the second time in a week. And Rayana Rosenberg, the 6-year-old girl who fell into an icy Rock Island pond on February 21st, looked up from her hospital bed Monday and smiled at her mother. But first, we begin tonight the investigation into the cause of the Bluebird fruit storage building fire is launched as the fire continues to actively burn. Smoke is still visible from the gutted structure as crews allow the interior to burn itself out. Chelan County Fire District 6 Chief Phil Mosher says the 10 storage units that burned contain boxed fruit and pallets.
Nothing basically holding those walls together. They're kind of just standing there on their own. And until we can get those propped to allow the investigators to get into where they need to get, we've got some equipment coming. I believe it's going to be here Wednesday, Thursday. So we're just kind of in that mode right now.
Chelan County Fire Marshal Bob Plum is leading the investigation and has called in agents with the Federal Department of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives who arrived on Monday afternoon. Mosher says both Bluebird and Peshastin high-up facilities have suspended operations for today due to road access safety issues. The two fruit cooperatives are expected to be back up and running on Wednesday. Well, a garage was damaged in a pre-dawn blaze in Wenatchee. Chelan County Fire District 1, with help from Douglas County Fire District 2, responded around 3:30 this morning. It was located in a detached garage at a residence in the 300 block of Sunset Street. Officials say smoke was issuing from the structure when crews arrived. They say it was put out with damage limited to the garage interior. The cause is under investigation and no injuries were reported. A Moses Lake man apparently had had enough last week and when he returned to his home to find it being burglarized for the second time in a week. Caitlin Lopez, a 31-year-old Army veteran, confronted the burglar who was armed with a gun taken from the homeowner in the previous burglary, that according to the Columbia Basin Herald. During a tussle with the alleged burglar, Lopez managed to call 911. Grant County Sheriff's deputies arrived at the home in the 1000 block of Lowry Street to find the two men wrestling in the snow outside the house. Hernandez Santa Cruz was arrested on charges of first-degree burglary, second-degree possession of stolen property, and possession of a stolen weapon. Lopez said, quote, "I'm just glad the scumbag is in jail," unquote. Rayana Rosenberg, the 6-year-old girl who fell into an icy Rock Island pond on February 21st, looked up from her hospital bed Monday and smiled at her mother. Her mother is Becca Shelton. Becca posted on Facebook it was, quote, "the best birthday present I ever got," unquote. After showing steady progress in her recovery at Seattle Children's Hospital, Rayana experienced lung problems late last week and was put on an ECMO. That's a machine that helps oxygenate her blood. Becca said she is amazed by her daughter's strength. She said, quote, "I never thought that I'd appreciate as much as I do her determination and stubborn streak," unquote. A GoFundMe page set up to help the family with expenses has just raised just over $4,700. A Facebook fundraising page has also raised about $1,200. Coming up next, Washington State Attorney General Bob Ferguson sent a letter to all the state's county sheriffs on Monday trying to clear up what he says are widespread misunderstandings of the Washington's new gun laws. The Wenatchee Downtown Association presented the annual Best of Downtown Awards at the Merchant Group's February 27th banquet. And former Mayor Jeff Gomes has been selected as Cashmere's Citizen of the Year by the Chamber of Commerce. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Family roles change with time. You may find yourself being an unpaid caregiver to a loved one. Caregiving can be rewarding, but also stressful. Taking care of yourself is vital. Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington has low or no cost services for unpaid caregivers, such as in-home support, care supplies, and counseling. Connect in your local area by calling Aging and Adult Care at 800-572-4459 and mention you're interested in caregiver support.
Hi, I'm Clayton Walker, General Manager at Town Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Wenatchee, and I'd like to invite everyone to the dealership to see how easy it is to buy your next new or pre-owned vehicle at your local dealership.
And I'm Mick Fabian, General Sales Manager, and we currently have a huge selection of new and pre-owned vehicles on the lot to choose from, including the 2019 Motor Trend Truck and SUV of the Year.
So come on down to town and let us earn your business in 2019 at 1001 North Miller Street in Wenatchee.
Welcome back. In another news, Washington State Attorney General Bob Ferguson sent a letter to all the state's county sheriffs on Monday trying to clear up what he says are widespread misunderstandings of the Washington State's new gun laws. Ferguson's letter, which includes answers to frequently asked questions, is in response to several Eastern Washington sheriffs saying they won't enforce Initiative 1639, approved by voters in November. Ferguson said the new laws are presumed constitutional unless a court rules otherwise. Among the points highlighted by Ferguson is that people now must be 21 or older to purchase a semi-automatic rifle, but if they already own one, they're not in violation. In addition, as of July 1st, people can be charged for not securely storing a weapon if an unauthorized person, such as a child, gains access to that gun. But there are no particular places or ways a weapon must be stored, and law enforcement is not being asked to enter homes to check if weapons are being stored securely. Former Mayor Jeff Gomes has been selected as Cashmere Citizen of the Year by the Cashmere Chamber of Commerce. Gomes will be honored along with honorees including Business of the Year, Jerry's Auto Supply, at the Chamber's annual banquet. Gomes is being recognized for his public service and community involvement. Gomes served as Cashmere's fire chief prior to becoming mayor for 6.5 years. The Chamber also picked the Cashmere Public Library to receive the first ever Best Community Service Award. The banquet is slated for April 19th at the Chelan County Expo Center. Tickets are available at the Chamber office. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Stay with us.
When you have to get there on time and looking good, call fast, friendly, reliable AC Checker, 663-TAXI. Available 24/7, AC Checker Taxi has the industry's only on-time or it's free guarantee for your pre-booked call. Some conditions apply. Call 663-8294. AC Checker, 663-TAXI. Schedule your ride ASAP or book up to a year in advance online at azchecker.com. American Classic Checker Taxi, 663-TAXI. That's 663-8294.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
My name is Hannah Peterson-Kinney, and I'm a certified nurse midwife. I became a midwife because I thought birth was one of the most amazing, beautiful things. It's about caring for women through many stages of life and helping to empower them with knowledge and build partners to improve their health. It would be an honor to provide care for you, and I would love to welcome you to the CVCH Midwife family.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. In tonight's feature story, Wenatchee's Town Toyota Center will be a very busy place with various events happening from now through the summer. Jennifer Bouchong, Vice President of Marketing and Sales at Town Toyota Center, was a recent guest on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, where she talked about some of those events coming to the TTC.
REO Speedwagon, favorite, and Great White will be live at the Town Toyota Center, the real deal, August 27th. Tickets go on sale in 2 weeks, March 14th. So get your groups together and get ready to rock. 2 shows, 1 day. Tickets start at only $47. Wenatchee Valley Skyhawks, you know, we've had some great relations with them. They called. There's some new owners from Seattle, an all-new team, a couple local players, and so we're excited. Their first game is March 28th. So the Skyhawks are the 28th. We turn, thanks to our great ops staff. We'll be taking out turf and putting in, getting ready, setting up a big stage for the Mariachi Festival all day. Shout out to Ramon Rivera and Mariachi Wenatchee and all that whole great team. About 450 students that come in from all around Washington State. Illusionist is April 4th. I know Wenatchee has spring break, but if you're sticking around town, it's April 4th during the week. It's a Broadway live show, so I can't emphasize that enough. You have 6 magicians. I was told this show has been sold out in Seattle market last year when they brought it live. Touring show. We have the exact same show. This will be I believe our 8th annual Rough Stock Rodeo. We've got everything from saddleback riding, mutton busting, bareback riding, rodeo. You know, got some new cowboys this year. So it should be fun. 2 nights of action.
And of course, what we did mention in that story, kicking off all the events this weekend, is the KPQ Home Expo, which begins on Friday and runs through the weekend. It's presented by Localtel. NCWLIFE will also have a booth down there, so please stop by and say hello to us. We will be there throughout those 3 days. Let's now take a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. But first, let's take a look outside our weather window in beautiful Lake Chelan area. There's the lake. Lots of snow still hanging around the hillsides, mainly because we just haven't been that warm. This video, by the way, is provided by our Sky-Fi tower camera at McNeil Canyon. And we did see a low cloud deck today and lots of cloudiness, which did keep our temperature down. We are still over 20 degrees below where we should be for this time of year. Only 27 unofficially our high temperature today. 49 is where we should be, and boy, wouldn't that feel good right now. By the way, last year on this date, we were 41 degrees. 18 our overnight overnight low this morning. 32 is where we should be for this time of year. 61 beautiful degrees, the record high set back in 2016, and 16 degrees, the record low. That was in 1976. Still at 22.2 inches of snowfall for the year, and that may change over the next 24 hours when we get together again tomorrow for the evening news. Sunrise 6:34, sunset is at 5:52. Now let's take a look at your surface loop and go right to tonight. And we're going to late tonight, cloudy skies, and this is where our storm system is moving in. Here's the area of low pressure, and it's spinning this snow right from the south into north central Washington. I don't think we'll see any snow or not much of it before midnight, but after midnight and especially into a Wednesday morning, a commute time, a 70% chance of snow, and you can see it here inundating central and eastern Washington as this low pressure system continues to move inland. And by 3 o'clock in the afternoon Wednesday, still a 70% chance for snow, about 1 to 3 inches possible from this storm. I think 3 inches is really stretching it by the looks of this storm, but we'll have to wait and see. Thursday, we clear out somewhat, partly cloudy skies, and guess what? Our cold air moves over to the east somewhat, and we get a little bit of a ridge that builds in Thursday with highs in the upper 30s. Could we reach 40 degrees? It'd sure be nice on Thursday. Partly cloudy and light winds on Friday. Kind of a transition day. We are going to transition back into colder weather as another shot of Arctic air will slide down. Now we'll see a trophy situation where cold air can come right down from the northwest by Saturday. So we will see mostly sunny skies, but it's going to remain unseasonably cool to start our weekend. Sunday, sunny, a little bit warmer than Saturday was, but still a lot of cold air in place. And what we're keeping our eye on now, this giant area of low pressure that's building in the Gulf of Alaska, it will move down by the first part of next week. It's going to keep us cool and will bring us another shot at a little bit of snow. Let's take a look at your quick lube and tune forecast now. Tonight, a pretty mild 22 degrees considering what we've seen for lows the past 5 or 6 days. And then Wednesday, it's going to be a snowy one. A 70% chance for snow, 34 the high. Partly cloudy and warmer for Thursday. Boy, it'd be nice if we could see 40 degrees, but it looks like now at about 37. 36 your high on Friday, and as we hit the weekend, 32 for Saturday. Slightly warmer on Sunday with mostly sunny skies. And then Monday, partly cloudy, a 20% chance for snow late in the day with a high then of 34 degrees. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
With 15,000 square feet to explore, you'll find something special at the Antique Mall at Cashmere. For the do-it-yourselfers and those with a keen eye for making something old, fresh and new again, the Antique Mall at Cashmere is the place to come find your next project. From the coin enthusiasts to avid collectors, Antique Mall at Cashmere has treasures in every corner. Come find your treasure today. Antique Mall at Cashmere's friendly staff is here to help. Stop on by today.
I'm working today.
I've got some work to do today.
Don't forget, I've got some work for you today.
Have a good first day at work, Mom.
Thanks.
Your donations to Goodwill fund job training programs right in our community.
New beginnings feel great, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Be a job creator. Goodwill. There's more behind the store.
Walkabout Grill, open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner in downtown Wenatchee and now downtown Leavenworth, where eating out is eating healthy.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Tuesday to you. The Wenatchee Wild will spend the next several days toiling at the West Kelowna's Royal LePage Place Ice Arena, trying to win its best-of-7 BCHL playoff series against the Warriors. After winning a crazy Game 1 last Saturday, 5-4, the Wild stubbed its collective toe Sunday, falling 5-1. Our checker had the call on the Wenatchee Wild Hockey Network.
Stratton on the left wing, cuts across, high slot, spins, shot through traffic. Loose puck at the side of the net, picked up and lobbed out through center, and this could be a breakaway, and here comes Tilsley in alone. Shoots and he scores! Kevin Tilsley picked up the puck after the Wild were crashing in around the goaltender at the other end. Bouncing puck as he's bumped by Modry, and Dollywall comes along. Dropped off our Cullen, shot and a score. Park had a piece of it, and somehow it rolled through. That puck seemed to somehow magically go right through his body. Slowed by Sandquist, and then Cook tried to roll it in front, shot and a score. Got turned over back behind the net, thrown out in front, and the quick redirection caught Sandquist as he was pushing from side to side, and it crawled up underneath him. Chase Dubois puts the Warriors up now 3-0. Cook banks it off the back wall, but waiting for it there was Bullock, and now centering feed, shot and a score. Dubois on the doorstep as the Wild play it sloppily in their own end, and the quick turnover tossed out in front. Dubois hammers it home on the doorstep as Arnold in the crease area got a stick on it. Then Dorsey down low, centering feed, shot, score! Blake Barger. A nice couple of crisp passes down low in the right wing corner, and Barger rocketed the one-timer high on the blocker's side. And the Wild are on the board. They now trail 4-1. Sasaki was there, but it took a weird hop off the boards. Eventually over to Cullen, and then fired towards the front. Tilsley shot off the outside of the net, centered out front. And where is it? Is it in? The goal light's on. And it's in behind Sandquist. It is in the net, and that's a goal. Are able to take a split on the road. You, in effect, take away home ice advantage, which the Wild worked hard to earn, but in the span of a couple of days, it's just the nature of sport, and there's a late bit of shoving over in the corner as Tilsley was bumped into, not hard, but Tellier made contact with him as the puck went into the corner, and so some shoving follows, but linesmen quickly step in between and pull everyone apart, and that'll be that.
So that was on Sunday. Wild hoping for better luck, I guess, on the road. Royal LePage Place, by the way, 1,500-seat arena. Not too kind to Wenatchee during the regular season. The Wild went 1-2 on the road there at West Kelowna, and a win tonight would be the first in that facility in 171 days. Yes, I did the math. Our checker will again have the call, which can be heard locally here on 560 AM KPQ, or you can watch it on hockeytv.com for a nominal prescription fee. Well, parents of athletes who are already aware of this, but you might not be, the spring sports season is here? Yeah, you wouldn't know it by the snow and bitter cold temperatures, but the local high schools have been practicing mostly indoors for the past 2 weeks, with the games scheduled to begin this week. Of course, everything is subject to change. Cashmere's already canceled baseball games slated for Saturday. Several other baseball and softball jamborees that were scheduled for this weekend have been canceled or postponed. And since Wenatchee's Apple Bowl is the only field free of snow in the area, it's going to see some heavy use over the next week. Eastmont's home soccer match against Central Valley will be played Friday at 3 in the Apple Bowl, prior to Wenatchee's scheduled game with Meade at 7. Then on Saturday, Wenatchee plays Central Valley at 11. Eastmont follows with a game against Meade at 3. Then at 5:30, it's Wenatchee Valley Lacrosse hosting its season opener against Skyline. Well, while those who were in the postseason for the winter sports just beginning practice for spring sports, Cashmere's Haley Van Lith will not. The all-star basketball player is focusing only on basketball, but first she says she'll take a break to recover.
What's next for me is Nike Circuit this summer, and I'm going to be playing with Team USA again, so I'm going to let my body heal right now, but I'm definitely going to be working out again very soon and winning gold medals again for our country.
Meanwhile, teammate Grace Erdman is strapping on her track shoes and can't wait for another run at state basketball next year.
Basketball this summer, and I'm actually going to do track again. Next year, I hope to improve on my offensive mindset. Obviously, like, Haley's great, but she can't do it all herself. So just being able to be another threat on offense would be great.
Well, the spring schedule for the NCWLIFE channel is out as far as our broadcast schedule. We'd hope to begin this week, but pushed back our broadcast schedule to next week, hoping for warmer weather for both our gear and our crews. So it begins next Tuesday with Wenatchee hosting Quincy and boys soccer at 7. Then we'll be at Walla Walla Point Park, hopefully, for girls softball between Wenatchee and Cascade. We're back with soccer next Friday, Eastmont hosting Sunnyside at 7. Then a week from Saturday will be our first baseball game, hopefully, as Eastmont hosts Sumner at Dan White Field. Again, due to weather and field conditions, everything is subject to change. You can go to our website to see our entire spring broadcast schedule as we plan to bring you 24 events here on the NCWLIFE channel. Of course, our broadcast crew includes yours truly. Also, Sebastian Moraga and Matt Wiseman will be doing some soccer, and we're happy to have the voice of the Apple Sox, Joel Norman, joining us to do some baseball and softball. Welcome aboard, Joel. Mariners continue spring training in Peoria, Arizona after knocking off Arizona Sunday 7-3. Seattle had the day off yesterday. They'll get back at it today against the team they share their training facility with, San Diego. Mike Leake was to get the start on the mound today. Seattle just a week and a half from traveling to Japan for a couple of exhibition games against San Francisco before opening the season on against Oakland in Tokyo, March 20th and 21st. That's Sports Summer at Granstrom. Grant, back to you.
Thank you, Eric. And finally tonight, terrifying dashcam video shows the moment a wall of snow came barreling down in an avalanche on Sean Goldman. He was driving with his family on I-70 near Breckenridge, Colorado. The snow engulfed his vehicle and pushed it all the way across the road. Check out this scary video.
Our first avalanche came off of those peaks up there. You can see the trail. Came across, this is I-70. This is the road we're looking at. The avalanche hit us, pushed us straight sideways off the road. Nobody's hurt.
Pretty amazing. Luckily, nobody was hurt. If you have the video of the day that you'd like to see on the NCWLIFE Evening News, message us on our Facebook page at the NCWLIFE channel. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. Also, keep it right here on the NCWLIFE channel tomorrow morning for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with your host, Dan Kuntz. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us, and have a great night.
The NCWLIFE channel is your home for local news, local weather, and events including live local high school sports. Watch inspiring local shows featuring local people. Don't miss Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Let's learn. Guada TV. Street Talk and Other Stuff. The 12th District. Life with Lisa. And the Arbiter of Stoke. NCWLIFE channel is your local TV station.
Are you watching me? If you're watching me and you are a business owner in North Central Washington, your potential customers could be seeing your TV commercial right now. With Solion Broadcasting, TV advertising is effective and affordable. Place your ads on the network best suited to your potential customers, or get top-of-mind awareness with 16 cable networks, including NCWLIFE, your local TV channel. Give Solion Broadcasting a call at 888-2020 today to see how easy and affordable it is to advertise on TV.
What's your Automocha emergency?
It's a Frappuccino mocha with whip.
The espresso shakes are my most favorite because I can get any flavor. Peanut butter chocolate for pita.
Definitely the espresso shakes.
My favorite is the mocha for pitas.
A peach Red Bull.